It's been a fast week, as
It's
always.
really fast.
I think here, I don't know, some people say because the weekend is a Friday, Saturday, you know, being British are used to a Monday to Friday. So, I don't know, it seems to go past quick. But it's been a nice week, back into the swing of things.
Yeah, everybody returning from holidays, getting adjusted. The roads are now congested and busy,
I know.
unfortunately. But, you know, getting back in the swing of things. And, well, last week we were chatting about...
breakfast, yeah. I hope you all then went and had some nice nutritious breakfast to start your day.
Inspired to get cooking and get prepared for breakfast.
Yeah, lots of choice. But yeah, we thought, you know, we spoke about breakfast last week. So following on from that, this week it's going to be about exercise. So, you know, I am a personal trainer and a yoga instructor. But as a personal trainer, people often say to me, oh, I'd love to, but I just don't have the time. You know, I'm really busy. And I do understand that. It's actually the most common reason people don't stick to a program.
Yeah.
But, you know, even if you cannot find a 1 hour block in your day, there are ways, you'll be pleased to hear, that you can still sneak in stolen moments of exercise. So we're going to chat about that a little bit today. So maybe that's of interest to some of you. So discussing, you know, like I said, these stolen moments, some people think, yeah, but it's an all or nothing approach. You have to be totally dedicated to a gym, turn up 3 times a week, or what's the point? And it's not actually true. In fact, a recent study has found that women that they surveyed, they were given 10-minute increments of exercises to do 4 times a day. So to fit them in anytime they could in their day. And it was found that those women actually stuck at that program longer than those who were told, go to this gym 1 hour, 3 times a week. Purely because, of course, women, we are busy, we know there's children, there's household duties. So if you're looking for consistency, perhaps sticking to a gym program isn't for you, then fitting these little moments in throughout the day is actually still a good option. Like I said, it's not an all or nothing approach.
I guess you do find sometimes as well when you go to a gym that you travel there, you got to get changed, you got to wash, you got to all this kind of stuff. So it does start eking out into other time. And
it is. And like, you know, like we said before, some people, I just don't have the time. And we probably do all have a 1 hour in our day somewhere. You know, you hear about really busy business people and they'll do a 5 a.m. workout.
Yeah.
But that's not for everyone, let's be honest. And your life has other priorities. And if exercise isn't your priority, then that's okay. It's not anything to feel bad about. Just try and still get some in.
You still have to make your health a priority.
Yeah, it's still you and your body, so you should still use it. So you might be asking, okay, so where can I start? Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I would say, well, first of all, we all have a tool that we underuse, and that is our bodies. You can move this body any which way you want, and you don't have to be an expert like me to know what to do with that. So I would suggest, you know, first of all, look at your situation. Do you have small amounts of time in the day? Like if you're at home, for example. Okay, you do. All right. The kids have went to school or something. So you can try and fit in some exercises in your house. Have you got stairs? Up and down the stairs, for example. Laura, you've heard of this before. The stairs or the elevator.
Yes. People always say these little things make a big difference.
They do. I mean, I actually have a friend who didn't want to change anything in their life, but they swapped they swapped Coke for Diet Coke. They lost some weight just from that tiny swap. Okay. So if you look at that in an exercise sense, it's the same thing. Like, okay, if you work in an office and there's, 50 floors, I'm not going to go in the elevator. I'm going to climb the stairs. It's going to be tough to begin with.
Yeah.
Because you're not used to it.
We have 2 here at QF Radio and we all get the lift. So I'm imagining.
You don't.
Yeah, we do.
I don't like it. I mean, I don't like lifts really, which is quite a good excuse. Pretend you're scared of a lift.
Yeah.
Well, once you get in it, I feel quite claustrophobic.
Yeah.
But actually in some cities, I think London, there's a BT tower, big telecoms tower. And people actually pay to run up the stairs there.
It's hardcore.
Yeah, like these crazy runners that
Feel
do
the
these
burn.
things. Yes! And BT are making money from this.
Yeah.
So think about if you're working in an office then, take it away from the house. You're working in an office, you have a lunch break probably. Go up the stairs. You don't have to go up all of them. Just try and fit in little extra steps here and there. And a good tool to make you realise how far you're actually walking is a pedometer. So you also get these apps for your phones. I'm not very technical, but you can get all these things now. And you're looking to achieve about 10,000 steps a day. I mean, I like to make sure that I walk a certain distance as well every day. So I find that I have to sometimes fit it in, like 1 kilometre here, 2 there, 1 here. I don't always have the time to do a solid 6 kilometres or whatever. So we all have to just try and find little ways of doing that. And, you know, to go back to those people who are in the home all day, there's definitely no reason you can't fit in some things. It might sound weird. I have a client who, when she boils the kettle to make tea, does squats.
Why not? If there's ever a time.
Yeah, I mean, no one's looking. It's, you know, and some people think, oh, but it really wouldn't make any difference. Well, you're moving.
And it can take a good minute or so, in which time you can do quite a few.
You know, you may as well. And if you drink as much tea as I do,
yeah,
it would soon add up. But, you know, something you might have heard me say, Laura, to you and my other clients is, if you're not moving, you're not losing. And this is something that I like to try and encourage. Just try to move about more. You know, here in Doha, we don't.
No, it's sometimes quite frightening, actually. And I found when I went back to the UK after being here for a year, I went for a walk in the countryside.
Yeah.
And not a big walk. You just, you know, kind of maybe about 4 or 5 miles, nothing like too staggering, hills and stuff. And the next day I had like my muscles in my legs were in pain, not
aches.
Severe pain, but aches. And I realised I hadn't walked up a hill even in a year that I've been here because it's quite flat. But also just proved to me the fact that I just don't walk here. No. I really don't. We walk very small distances and small bursts, and that's it. And I was like, gosh, that's actually quite frightening.
Yeah, and it does become. I mean, I've actually seen neighbours in my compound drive to each other's houses. Now that's bad. Like, that's, come on, you know. And I know, like, in the summer here, it's very hot. It can be very humid. I know all of that. But if you're coming from a country like we're British and we're used to walking, we walk to school, we walk everywhere, try not to forget that. That's what you've always done. And that's why there's that whole cliche about the Doha stone, as they call it. Like, you come here and you gain weight. Yeah. And it's not Doha's fault. It's because you've all of a sudden stopped doing what you used to do. You're not walking anymore because you're choosing not to, and you're going in lifts and, you know, taking the car right up to the front of a shop and maybe not even going in the shop. Yeah. Don't even fill our own petrol up.
Yeah. All these small things that add up. And it's so true. I'd worn a pedometer myself and I was shocked at how little.
Yeah. You need to, when you do that, I mean, I have a client who, her company gave everyone a pedometer here. It was a worldwide challenge, but she felt that, you know, she wanted to achieve the 10,000 steps, and she definitely wasn't compared to the other countries. So she, at night, would have to literally walk up and down just to try and, she wanted to achieve the 10,000. So that in itself made her obviously lose weight because she was doing more. So to go back to, you know, where do I begin? If you're not feeling overly fit or overly confident with exercise, like I said, use your body, just move more, just walk about. If you're watching TV, when it's the commercial break, do some jumping jacks. That's a really basic exercise. Again, I'm sure we all know how to do sit-ups. You can do these in your house. You don't need to buy anything. You don't need me to come and help you. You can do these things yourself. And if your house does have stairs, then I would recommend, you know, up and down those stairs a good few times. So there's definitely ways that we can do this and fit it all in.
And there's also a wealth of stuff online, I guess, for, like, you know, if you put in household exercises or just things that you can do, you know, exercises that don't require any machinery or can be done, then you'll get given, you see YouTube. So if you're thinking, I've not done a sit-up, you might not have done a sit-up before, and you think, I don't know how to do it. You go to YouTube, you'll be able to see exactly how to do a sit-up.
You go into YouTube, you can type in anything. That's something, actually, that if you do work in an office and you're sitting down a lot, you really should try. I know we're busy in offices, but on the hour, try to just take a walk, go and get some, you know, if you drink more water at work, you're going to be in the bathroom more, and that means you have to keep walking back and forth.
So that's some good exercise.
So these silly things, and you're drinking water, you know, we'll get to that in another show, how much water is good, especially for weight loss. But that in itself, like, go onto YouTube and look up office workout, and there's things you can do while sitting at your desk. Take a nice stretch, move away from your desk for a while. It's good for your creativity, productivity, and your health, and it'll make you feel just a little bit better. And again, any form of exercise helps you with your sleep as well. So, you know, just try to think, even if you're not interested in losing weight, it's important to move your body. It is yours after all, and you should definitely utilize it. It'll look after you.
So there you have it. Ways to get moving more, easy in the home, at the office, just to be a bit more active at times when you're just normally sitting doing nothing, doing out.
Just move about a little bit more and you'll feel better for it.
Okay, well, what's going to be coming up then for next week?
Okay, so actually that's something quite interesting. You may have heard about metabolism. Some people, they know all about it. Some people, they don't. So you might be interested to hear about that. And
powerful, another tool that we all kind of have, like
well, you know, people talk about I have a fast metabolism, I have a slow metabolism, and some people, they just don't have a clue what any of that means. They want one of them.
I have
probably a fast one. You'll be pleased to hear we all have one, a metabolism. So we're going to talk about that next week, as well as some tips to actually help you rev your metabolism, which is fantastic for weight loss.
Excellent, look forward to that.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you, have a great week.
You too.